in 3, in 2, and in 1. And I want to say welcome everybody. It is summer again. We're melting our asses off, but we are here for you with another FrameCast, aren't we, Drew?
Uh-huh. Oh shit, I just pressed the wrong button on my fan.
Don't
I was
worry
trying
about
to
it.
get my fan to stop oscillating because I'm hot.
I mean, we know you're hot, but it's also like warm in that room, isn't it?
Oh.
See, I can
Yes,
be nice.
It's very warm in this room right now.
Yeah.
I went outside to go get shopping really briefly, and like I came back and like I couldn't tell if it was cooler inside or outside.
I mean,
That's how hot it is.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give you a little heart attack, but yeah, Twitch is fucked up big time today. Didn't give the Twitch notification to so fucks. So, but they did get one from Discord, so that's why we have backup systems on Discord, and we also have like a new tweet thing that we're putting out now for the first time. Didn't we record that one?
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Arteria, how hot is it there for the two of you? Very.
My balls are extra sweaty.
Ooh, that is some great information that we kind of needed.
TMI.
So yeah, like this week is like the midsummer week with like the what did they call the thing again? The solar. It's not the solar eclipse. It's the
Summer solstice.
Yes. So the longest day we've already had it.
That happened 2 days ago.
3 days ago because it was the 20th because we have a leap year.
So it's 21st.
Yeah, but because
okay.
yeah. So we're already on our way to winter, guys. Good news. Good news. The cold is coming.
Hot.
And the dark, long nights are coming as well. So yeah, this week, what have you been playing in the segment that we every week do? What have you played?
God, what have I?
Oh wait, hold on. Hold that thought.
What?
We should probably do the topics. Well, welcome to a very structured FrameCast. You know why you're gonna know why it's so structured because we have one topic for today, and that's gonna be Mixer goes down for the Zucc. Basically, Mixer, apparently, we just heard tonight, is shutting down and continuing with Facebook gaming. We're going to get into that in a moment, so that's coming up. Now back to what have we played?
Did we hear that yesterday? I can't, like, I lose track of days so easily these days.
It was like this morning at 2 a.m. when I was awake, so...
Right, what have I been playing? A lot of Control. Really like Control. I don't think I've had maybe a bit of Minecraft.
Oh, nice.
I get a bit of GTA Online. I honestly like I'm a bit all over the place right now.
I've downloaded Smite tonight or today. Played a couple of matches.
Is that because of the whole Avatar thing?
No, but I discovered about the old Avatar thing. So apparently, like Avatar characters, like skins are coming into that game, which is pretty neat. I saw this time they have Ruby skins, which like I really like it when like games put in like these pop culture references. Most of the time they are going to have to need like these big licenses in order to do it. But it's pretty neat. No, like I got into it because of I was talking to Cole and Defton, and they were like, "Oh yeah, dude!" Like Defton was like, "I've been playing that a lot, and it's really, really good." So then we're like, "Okay." Cole and I were like, "Okay, we're gonna install it." So I played it for a bit, and it's pretty fun. So maybe I'll play more. Maybe we'll play it on stream. I don't know, no idea. Just played like 3 matches. It's kind of fun. If you haven't played Smite, it's basically like, you're kind of like you're in this arena sort of situation, and you have a bunch of like minions and a little bit stronger minions, and then you're like a powerful god that's running around with these minions, and you gotta like take out the other minions from the other side, and the other side's got to take you out, and like minions got to go for a portal, and every time you kill one, like you lose a point, like the other side loses a point, or like if they make it to the other side loses a point. Basically, the goal is to like get the other side from like 500 points to 0 points before they do that to you. Pretty fun as far as I see it now. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Isn't it a MOBA?
Probably yes.
Never mind. Fair enough.
All right, let's get to community comeback, comments comeback, YouTube comments. We had a lot last week, which was really, really good. So first of all, let's get into the big debate of what we had last week. The Wi-Fi, what do we say after that? Nick Evans says router versus router is down to English having been invented before English spelling was invented. So the word root and thus router comes from the French rue for road or street, meaning if you take a route, because it's down the rue. But because we hadn't invented how to spell it yet, we use the OU instead of UE. So while we, in traditional English, know that it's pronounced router, the rest of the world says it as, like, the router is in the same as, like, house. So it's a little explanation as to why there was a difference. And not necessarily one is particularly right, but it's just a difference in...
It's a route. It's a router.
It's a router.
You're going on a route. You're on a fucking route.
You're routing the Wi-Fi around. You know, it's just like routing it. Like, you know.
Oh, I need to go on this. I'm just gonna take a walk on this route.
No,
It's a route.
have you ever seen, like, so sometimes the Wi-Fi is just routing so much around, like, it's like, woo.
Look,
Yeah,
whose language is it?
I mean, like, do you own? Is there a do you have your name on the English language?
Yes, I do actually.
Show it to me.
It's the past tense of draw.
So, guys, throw away all the dictionaries that have Oxford's dictionary on there. Like, those are fake news. Drew's dictionary is what it comes down to. So, what is the first word in Drew's dictionary?
My God, moving on.
My God, I'm moving on. So, there you go, kids. That is what you should learn as your first two words. I mean, actually, we could get quite far with that. Yokai also says, only North Americans have that much empty space. In the South, we do not have the commodity of much space in our place.
What was this regards to?
So, regards to
VR?
like the concept of having a garage and having space in your house.
Okay.
Like we don't know that, but they do. That was like kind of like, hey, you know, we have this weird PlayStation thing. Like, where are we gonna place this? You know, like, because like you're gonna need to have space to like put it beside your TV instead of like stacking it. We're like, well, Americans probably have like a lot of space because their houses are big.
Was that what we said?
Yeah, something like. It's been a week. It's been warm. Yeah. My memory is really foggy.
Okay, just for everyone's benefit, please put a timestamp to what we're talking about. Because we haven't got to like. Like forget exactly what we talked about.
Like I kind of remember this, but like we're not going to watch the timestamp right in here. The final comment here is Nick Evans again saying actually the oldest Warframe thing that we've not had, which was about like the Warframe thing, like what the Warframe premises or something, is Sever Deluxe, which was announced in early 2015. Nef Anyo model hinted at his fight was shown in TennoCon 2015. What was the earliest according to you?
No, TennoCon fight. Sorry, a Nef Anyo fight was in a dev stream before TennoCon 2015. It's the Nef Anyo fight. We didn't see the model until later, but they said that they were redoing the Nef Anyo fight like ages beforehand.
All right, I don't know too much about it, so I'm just gonna say, Nick, Drew is giving you a rebuttal. You come after him with more detailed information on your point. We're gonna figure this out over the next few weeks.
I need to get evidence first. It's evidence is proof of no wait.
This will be our series arc.
On me.
Watch this be concluded in episode 50. Every week we're gonna strive to find you the more detailed information on what was the earliest announced not yet released thing in Warframe, because we give you that news.
I'm totally gonna put this on someone else. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So those were the comments, community comeback things for this week. As you know, like this week we're kind of going like pretty fast through it because basically this week not a lot has been happening. Like Corona and summer is not a great combination for things actually happening within the gaming community. So we have this one topic, which is Mixer is shutting down and continuing with Facebook gaming. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, here we go. So, what is this story? So, Mixer, as you might be aware, the streaming platform that was supposed to take on Twitch by acquiring like big streamers like Ninja and Shroud and a couple more for like pretty good contracts, putting them on their platform, was supposed to take on Twitch like last year, but is now moving its Mixer partnered streamers over to Facebook Gaming after Facebook has acquired it from Microsoft. Within a month of the announcement, from today forward, so the 23rd of June, the visitors of Mixer will be redirected to Facebook Gaming. So for the 23rd of July, if you go to mixer.com, you'll be redirected to Facebook Gaming. The abrupt shutting Shuttering down of the streaming service is due to Mixer's failure to draw in enough viewers to compete with Twitch and YouTube, according to Xbox head Phil Spencer. So basically, they're just going to be like, okay, well, this didn't quite work out. Facebook was like, we want to have it. And they were like, here you go. Now, what does this mean for like these big partners like Shroud and Ninja and like those people that were like contracted to be exclusively a Mixer and got probably paid many dollars for that? Well, they will be granted a partner status with Facebook Gaming, and the platform will honor and match all existing partner agreements as closely as possible. However, because they're changed, the conditions have changed now, they're kind of free to go where they want. So they could decide to like continue to sign with Facebook for the same conditions, or they can go back to Twitch if they decide to do that. Microsoft sent an email to, I think, the streamers saying, ultimately, the success of the partners and streamers on Mixer is dependent on our ability to scale the platform for them as quickly and broadly as possible. It became clear that the time needed to grow our own live streaming community to the scale was out of measure with the vision and experiences that Microsoft and Xbox want to deliver for gamers now. So we decided to close operation on the side of Mixer and help the community transition to a new platform. Also, please respond to this in a second while I'm going to close the windows because there is like some commotion outside.
What is going on out there?
It's just children playing. But I normally close the windows, but I thought I wouldn't do it today. But hey, not a smart idea.
God, why are kids talking outside? So I'm honestly not surprised that Mixer has come to a close. Like, to me, I always see that if you want to grow a service or a platform or anything like that, the way to do it, the way to go about doing it is through a platform that already exists. Like, I've heard time and time again where people say, oh, we'll make our own social media network. And, you know, but the social media networks have already been established. You know, I think there was one social media network I've heard called Hello, and like just died a death, right? Google Plus, that was another one that just died a death. And like, honestly, I have no idea why these platforms are, why these big companies think it's viable to do this.
Well, I'm quite in favor of companies trying this because I think that the streaming space, the creative space, definitely the YouTube space could use some good competitors. YouTube is very much in a very bad monopoly right now, and I think it would be better for creators and viewers alike for there to be different platforms as long as they're maintaining this open and free business model where like let's say that YouTube would be like, oh, there's a competitor that will be like Netflix, so now if you want to watch PewDiePie or if you want to watch like the Arbiters, like you got to pay $5, then like this monopoly function isn't great. But right now, like as long as like the idea of just like, hey, you can freely access this on many different places becomes a good thing. So I really like that Microsoft tried. The problem that I think is something that what's it called? Game Theory, MatPat also highlighted that Mixer invested a lot of money into big name streamers in order to bring big name streamers over to the platform. And I think that necessarily with Ninja, it wasn't a bad move per se, because you got to get the name out there. You got to get the name of like your platform out there. And how do you do that? By taking away Twitch's biggest streamer and throwing them on your platform. It's like all of a sudden everyone that knows about Twitch also knows about your platform. That's good. However, your platform isn't made up out of like the most successful streamers ever. Like 99% of your platform is just regular people. So you got to have a good deal for those people. You got to make a good situation for those people to grow in and see and be in, and for people to be happy to come over there and see it and come watch there. And I think that they focused a lot more, or like MatPat also says this, like they're focused so much on like getting the big names in that like the average viewer numbers on Mixer were so low compared to Twitch that like if you wanted to start out, it wasn't a great platform to start out because barely anyone was there, and the most people that were there, they were just there for like the big streamers. So I think that they've lost it on there because like I don't think like I think platforms, especially like social media platforms, they arise basically from like just users like connecting with each other, like the low level like people just like, hey, we're showing up, we're having fun here, and then it builds out to like the big 105 million subscriber PewDiePies of the world, and it doesn't start out there. So like I think that that's kind of where they went wrong.
Potentially, I just like I'm of the opinion that if you're going to buy something, use something, look for something, you're going to use a resource that you are super duper familiar with. You're not going to use something that you have absolutely no idea like about. Like, I mean, here's a story. Yeah, okay.
All right, well, okay, so
So I got a story, right? So when I was younger, when I was trying to sort myself out with a brand new phone,
yeah.
I decided that the best course of action was to try and find the cheapest possible thing. So I was trying to buy myself a a Nexus 5. That was it. I was trying to buy myself a Nexus 5, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to go with Amazon. I'm going to go with somewhere else that was like 50 quid cheaper, right? So I ordered it from another company, and it didn't. It took days to hear anything. They took the money, but the order was stuck on like processing, and I was like, what the hell's this processing? What the hell's going on? And looking into it, it turns out that they were just trying to cheat me. They were trying to outdo me. Like, so I I messaged them. I was like, where's my order? Where's my item? Where's my, and like, I just nothing, just absolutely nothing. And eventually I turned to them and I said, look, if you don't send me like my money back, I'm going to take you to Trading Standards, which is like this big official body in the UK. And they eventually turned around and said, like, okay, no. We won't cancel the order, but we'll give you a free USB stick. Fuck your USB stick, right? Give me my money
There you go,
back.
a $300 USB stick. Well,
So eventually they gave me my money back. It took like a month for the money to come back, and then I just bought it from Amazon because like I've got experience with Amazon. I can trust Amazon to do the job. I can trust them to see the order to completion, whereas other companies I'm less inclined to take the risk with.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, Mixer wasn't not trustworthy. I believe, like especially if you looked at some of the problems on Twitch, which in my opinion have been quite all over the platform sometimes. Like I feel that it appeared to me that in some situations there might have been cases of personal preferences in the way that Twitch streamers were dealt with when it came to bans, when it came to allowing things, when it came to partnership. That's as it appeared to me. I don't know whether that actually was the case, but there have been many stories that have been circulating around. So in that case, like it would be nice if there would be another platform. Like, hey, if you do not agree with the way that Twitch runs things, you can go to another platform. And I think that Microsoft itself is not like a very untrustworthy company. Like it's got a lot of backing behind it. It probably won't go bankrupt within like the next couple of.
Kidding? Microsoft.
If they want to launch a platform, like they're more capable of it than just a random startup. Because like if they want to run it for a prolonged period of time, they have the money to throw at it. Like look at how much money they throw at Ninja. Like they had the money to throw that at Ninja. The problem was though that when it comes to like what platform do you choose when it comes to like as a creator, and what platform do you choose as a viewer, it comes to like what benefits does this thing offer. And Twitch already had like the first movers benefit. Mixer did not have that. Mixer came in second. So what did Mixer have to offer? And generally, like, Mixer didn't really have that much more to offer for you as a creator, especially once Twitch came around and said everyone that's now affiliated can get paid, like, and subscribers can get like bits to work and can get paid from ads on their channel. So basically, if you had 50 followers on Twitch, you were getting paid. With Mixer, you had to become a Mixer partner, which was a lot harder because the viewer numbers were lower. So basically, if you wanted to earn money fast through your through creating streams, and if you wanted to get the most viewers, like, Twitch was a way better option than Mixer. So if Mixer had found a different approach to it, or found a way in which it was like, hey, you know, we have a better way for creators to earn money, or a better way for you to interact with like a stream, then it would have been a very compelling option. But they were very much focused on, let's get the big names in to get brand recognition and then like see the platform grow. And I think that was a bit troublesome. I think that kind of held them back, because I think like it would be so much better for the space, especially like for like, you don't use a lot of Twitch, but like, let's take YouTube for example. It would be so good if there would be another YouTube platform that would come around and say like, okay, we're not gonna fuck around. We're not gonna fuck you over with the algorithm. We're not gonna like fuck you over with demonetization if you say one bad word. You know, we're not gonna like take people out of the algorithm when they say things we don't agree with. We're gonna allow edgy content. You know, like, if such a platform were to come out, like, that would provide like an interesting competitor. But like, if that platform would then only facilitate PewDiePie or like the Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or like the late night shows to boost on their platform, like, that platform's never going to get any traction because they're not really focused on like the actual people on that platform. And I think that's where Mixer went wrong.
You say that, but a large part of the problem, I think. So first off, going back on your comment about what's the name of it? Microsoft, right? So Microsoft are synonymous with supplying bad products. Like, I mean, I think it's because you're quite a bit younger than me. Like, how old? So can I ask on stream, how old are you?
Sure. Hold on. Let me get the right camera. I mean, I'm approaching 23 now, so.
Right. So I am 12 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So no, I'm 13, nearly. So I'm just over 12 years older than you.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I was using Windows 95, when I was using Windows 98, and you had to reformat your computer every 6 months because games would just stop working, right? There was an error message called, which, like, if you are from my generation, you'll get this. It's like, such and such program has performed an illegal operation. Genuinely, I thought it meant that the police were going to come and, like, you know, knock on the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't realize that what it meant was that it tried to do something that the operating system wasn't having any shit for, and it just crashed, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it was such a terrifying warning, right?
But when it comes down to someone trying to start up a streaming platform, like Mixer was something that Microsoft bought into, and depending on like how smoothly they run the site, that depends. Like Twitch also doesn't run very smoothly anyways, because like, just as Silverfox said at the start of the stream, or at the start of this this podcast, like you said, I didn't get a notification for it. Like, there's many bugs and problems with Twitch, and I don't think Mixer itself was that buggy or problematic. So in that case, like, Microsoft itself, like, is one of the few companies that can pour a lot of money into something like this. Like, if I were to try and, like, if we were to say, like, let us make a competitor to Twitch, like, we would have a so much more harder time, and we would probably be way more unreliable in being able to, like, pay creators out and get advertisement deals and keep our platform running in a stable condition to the performance that Mixer was because of the financial backing of Microsoft. Like,
I concur.
yeah. So in that
Yeah.
case, like that's where kind of like the reliability of Microsoft comes into. Like, if anyone is capable of doing of like competing with a platform against like Amazon's Twitch, it would be like Microsoft Mixer, or right now Facebook's Mixer.
But did you, out of interest, did you see Yongye's video on this?
No, I haven't. So
Right.
summarize.
So he actually came up with a bunch of statistics. I'm not gonna. Where's? I don't have the bloody video to hand. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna find it. Give me 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Because he like did a print screen of the thing, and he shows the growth of all these streaming platforms. And if I remember off the top of my head, while I'm bullshitting my way through this conversation, Twitch went up 100%. YouTube went up. YouTube gaming went up like 65%. Why can I not find this video?
Well, that's the first movers like advantage.
Facebook went up 265%,
Mm-hmm.
and Mixer went up 2%.
Yeah.
Right? But the reason why Facebook has such an advantage is because it already has the social networking element built into it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to go to a brand new platform when they've already established something somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that was also the case when it came to Twitter. Like, when Twitter came out, like, Facebook was already there, and I remember very clearly people were like, "Why do I need like a second Facebook where I can type shorter messages?" But that's how Twitter grew, because it was like a second Facebook with much shorter messages, and that kind of like took off. So like I get it that like people don't want to move off their platforms, but I don't think that that's necessarily, number one, a reason to discourage something like this. I think that it's number two, more importantly, a bigger reason for making sure that you get like the larger crowds over to your platform and have something to distinguish yourself. And I think that Mixer failed in both. That's what I'm arguing. Like, Mixer failed in bringing over like the larger audiences and distinguishing itself on its platform, and that's what made it fail. That's what I would argue, because number one, they focused too much on the big superstar creators and didn't really make many viable options for smaller creators, for anyone to grow out there. So for many creators, it wasn't an interesting place to start. And then number two, like, they didn't distinguish themselves in anything that was better compared to Twitch in like the viewer experience or the creator experience. And for the creator experience, Twitch was even better because you had better growth and you could get monetized very, very quickly. So that like it just had very bad support in that sense. There was very little reason to make that jump over. So yeah, that's the way that I feel about it. Yeah. Anyway.
I get where you're coming from. How would I?
It's like even YouTube has a hard time, even though YouTube has the better average numbers, because like YouTube isn't really designed as a live stream site. Yes, there's YouTube Live. There's live streams on YouTube. If you've ever seen YouTube, you wouldn't think so, because like it's very well hidden. But there are live streams on YouTube. But the reason why they do so much better on average with their average viewers than Twitch is because most of the time when a YouTuber goes live, it's not that like random people from the directory join in. It's because it's subscribers can join in, and like YouTube channels grow bigger than Twitch channels. So when like someone goes live, like we had it with PewDiePie last year or 2 years ago, like played Fortnite for a stream, and Ninja played Fortnite at around his peak or something like that, at that point too. And Ninja had like 130,000 though. The entirety of Fortnite had 130,000 viewers, like in the entire directory of Fortnite at a time on Twitch. And PewDiePie pulled over 235,000 viewers in his own like stream. So he was by far the biggest Fortnite stream ever.
Yeah.
And that was just because like he wasn't even playing well. He wasn't even like advertising Fortnite. It was just because like he was streamed out on YouTube to his subscribers. So like YouTube is very different from Twitch, and like it has a long ways if it wants to compete as a live stream platform to Twitch, but it has a different niche, which I also like really enjoyed, like which is also why I'm trying to stream on YouTube a little bit more, because like I think that there's a great niche in the YouTube side of things where it's like, hey, you know, you can watch my videos at any time you like, and then once in a while, like, you know, at that same place, I'll just we'll just come in and just hang out for 2 hours, and like we know each other, cause like what kind of content I make here, and like I just appear in the sub feed, and we can just hang out and have a chat. Whereas with Twitch, like you don't necessarily know that, because most of the time with Twitch, like people can just jump in from the directory, which is also a lot of fun, but it doesn't really give the pretext that like the YouTube plays has, where the YouTube plays are more like, hey, hanging out with the boys. So that's where I think these two distinguish themselves from. And Mixer, I don't know.
I feel that YouTube could seriously... Actually, no, I think, weirdly enough, I think YouTube, Twitter, Twitch... Why did I say Twitter? I meant Facebook gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that they could all massively benefit from each other if they would just allow restreaming. Allow multiple streaming across the platforms, because then you are establishing a community within a single location.
Actually, I would disagree on that.
No, but then what you could do, right? What you could do is what Mixer did with Ninja is you could pay the streamer not to stream on the platform, because the content creators can't, like, okay, maybe it is in their interest not to let the content creators get any bigger, but like if you were to start allowing, I'm pretty sure there's Sabuchi that we know that streams on Twitch and YouTube and just basically says, yeah, I don't care about the restrictions and things like this, because they don't care about him. They care about the big fish.
But
right?
okay, but the problem with restreaming is, yes, you can stream on two platforms at the same time, but you don't really have things in one single location. So like what you're gonna get is you're gonna have your community fragmented. Now, whether you want it as a streamer or not, like that's the choice up to you. And some people agree with that and some people don't. But like you don't really get everything in the same spot, because there might be like 2 people watching in Mixer and 5 people on Twitch, and it's gonna be all over the place. Which like some people are down with, some people aren't. But
sentiment. From that sentiment, you just gave me 7 people on Twitch and Mixer, right? Or alternatively, you could just have 2 people on Mixer or 5 people on Twitch, right? But why can't you just have all of them at once, right? The reason is that
because having all people at once is like you want to have them at that point on one platform. Like you like if you have all people at once in one place, that implies one platform. If you don't have all people in one place, you're like having them all over the place. So like you're having them on all different.
So why is that a problem for the streamer?
Well, you don't have people like in the same like you're not really. If we were to be streaming on Mixer right now and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter or whatever, like we would have 5 different chats. We would have like 5 different groups of people coming in and out, and like it could work for a podcast like this. But if you would want to do like a stream where you're like interacting with chat, like you basically would have to be like, okay, so this person in the Twitch chat is saying this, and this person in the Facebook chat is having this discussion, and this person on Mixer has said this. Oh, we're being rated here on Twitch right now. Everyone said like say hi to this person here on Twitter. It's like you're speaking on 5 different stages at the same time while not having the attention for like one of them in particular. And if you don't have like good attention, like streaming, like the most important thing that I feel with streaming, especially when it comes to like interactive streaming, is that you have the focus and dedication, like time and attention for the people that are watching you. But if you're having to spread it over multiple different platforms, like you're just spreading your attention, and like it makes the stream worse. And it's not even in the interest of the platforms, because the platforms are interested in having people watch you on their platform. So like there would be little benefit for them to have you be restreaming. So like they would rather go when it comes to business opportunities with other creators.
No, but my point is, right? So at some point in time, as a creator, you have to disconnect from chat, right? Because you just can't follow it because it's going too fast, right? I watch, I don't know how many highlights video. Like I watch the Raft videos from Markiplier, which he does on Twitch. I've seen him play. I've seen him play God knows how many games while he is live on another platform like Twitch, and then he takes it over to YouTube, edited down, right? That's like Minecraft as well. But he never engages with chat because it is too fast. It is too much. And chat acknowledges that he doesn't do this.
Well, I
he
mean,
won't do this. He won't engage with chat.
I mean,
But
it's a
even so,
decision
you
to
can
make
still-
for the creator, because like yes, like but there are ways around it. Like some people say, okay, when it comes to certain plays, we're only going to do sub only chat. Like it's not necessarily something I'm entirely in favor of because it would require people to subscribe. But then they say, okay, like because like with the regular chat I can't keep up, so we're doing sub or member only chat. And like if that goes so fast, I've also seen streamers just be like, okay, I'll have like a donate thing. So if you donate like $1 or something, there will be like a text popping up on screen. And because people don't like donate that much, like we're gonna be able to like have like a message once every like 30 seconds or once every minute to like read out. So like there are ways, like it just depends on like what your intention is. Like if your intention is to make a video as a Markiplier, of course you wouldn't interact with chat. If your intention is to like sit down and have a conversation with your community or just hang out with your community and not make that into a video, like you would probably be more interactive with chat. But it depends on what your purpose is, and like there's many different purposes for what you want on your platform, or like well, what you want as a creator, and different platforms suit different needs for that. So a restream thing might be very useful for if you just want to broadcast your thing to as many places as possible. But I don't think that's the end all be all solution for everything, for everyone. And I also don't think that you want to. Like, I'd rather have, like, right now what we have with Facebook, like, I'm not that happy or that satisfied with Facebook taking over, like, Mixer. Like, I was somewhat interested in Mixer when, like, Microsoft came around because I don't like Facebook. I don't think Facebook is cool.
But you're on Twitch. What's that got to do with you?
But, like...
You're exclusively on Twitch. I don't see your problem.
But like I do not like Facebook as a company. I do not like what they do, like the way that they go about their data policies, and I do not want to like I'd rather have like the thing that I liked about Mixer was when it comes to like the big players in the media space, like the social media space. Microsoft isn't a big player in the social media space. Yes, they're a big player in like the software space and now also in the hardware space, but like it would add another contestant in there. And if there was to be like another contestant which wasn't Microsoft, but like was another platform that would come up, I'd rather have them because like it creates more variety, which is better for like a competition and thus better for the creators and the people that are watching it. But if you're going to like streamline all the existing platforms, what you're just going to do is like solidify the pillars that are already into existence into like more of like a monopoly on the market, and you're just going to end up with like conditions where they can just dictate whatever they want because there's no competitors.
I'm going to help you, right? Mm-hmm. Because unless I misunderstood, I heard a contradiction in what you just said.
Okay.
Right? You said you wanted a monopoly. Sorry, you didn't want a monopoly.
Yeah.
Well, we have Facebook Gaming, right? So we got 3 major streaming platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Gaming. You don't want a monopoly, but you don't like the fact that it's Facebook Gaming.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So like
that's a contradiction.
No, okay. So like the reason why I don't like Facebook is because like Facebook is already like this big social media player that's already bought up WhatsApp and Instagram. Like you can't escape.
And
them.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Right. I hate Facebook. Mm-hmm. I detest Facebook. I used to go on it hell of a lot. I became a huge addict. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a proper problem with Facebook. I even played the stupid games on it.
Farmville, yes.
Right. You said before, like, how did like Twitter come about and things? The problem with the system was that people were dissatisfied with Facebook, right? People didn't like many of the elements of Facebook. I know people that were on Facebook that would leave massive long essay rants where, you know, it wouldn't even fit on a 1080p monitor. That's how massive the rant was. And then when I discovered that you had Twitter with 140 characters that would basically prevent you from reaching to this mammoth state, I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
You had to say the thing to the point. You had to be sweet, short, to the point. Yes, they upped it to 280. I'm a little sad, but not enough to cry over it. I'm sad that Periscope is basically going the way of the dodo. No one cares about fucking Periscope. Do you know what Periscope is?
Isn't that live streaming thing platform? Like
For Twitter.
For Twitter.
Yes. It's Twitter's live streaming platform.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sad that Vine went. I was having, like, unfortunately, I caught the tail end of Vine. I was having a lot of fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Unfortunately, I lost all my Vines now, which is sad.
So,
but TikTok's come in its place.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The thing is, no one was dissatisfied with Twitch to the extent that people were dissatisfied with Facebook. The streamers are dissatisfied with Twitch. I totally get that, right? The video editors, the content creators are dissatisfied with YouTube, right? But the users for both platforms, actually, I'm not going to speak on behalf of Twitch. I barely use Twitch, right? But the users on YouTube do not have nearly as much of a problem as the content creators. That is why any new platform that tries to muscle in on the territory will struggle.
I think
that's my interpretation.
No, I mean, I think that you're in a very large sense right on that. Like, I think one thing that you pointed out, especially when it came to like the Twitter thing, is that Facebook had this problem that like it had like people could post incredibly long rants, and like Facebook right now is just looking absolutely garbage. I haven't been on there in years. Sometimes someone opens it and it just looks garbage because you have ads fucking everywhere, and funny shitty ass like boomer memes everywhere where it's like, God dang it, like who even finds this funny? It's got like 100,000 likes or something. But anyway, like Twitter found a way around it to step in there. I think that like on Twitch and on YouTube, there is a lot of dissatisfaction with the way that things are run, especially when it comes to, yes, on the creator side of things, but also on the user side of things. Like I, as a user on YouTube, find it ridiculous that when I want to look for my favorite Jax Films song called "We're All Just Assholes Talking to a Camera," like I can type in "We're All Just" and it won't show assholes because it's a naughty word. I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Are we petty little children? Like, what is going on? Like, that is so dumb. The fact that YouTube removes the content cop on Levy because it's bullying. It's like, God dang it. Like, that's the entire joke of that video, because Levy made content around bullying. Like, the fact that these things or Filthy Frank videos are being removed, like those things, me as a user, I hate that. Same thing on Twitch. Like when I see that some people like streamers are getting in trouble because they're shooting a stream in a restaurant which they've already like contractually like booked and make sure that everyone's okay with it, when they're being banned because the people that allegedly saw that allegedly felt that was not done with permission and then just banned the streamer just in case. Like, the fact that happens, like, that is dumb. Like, I hate that. I hate that happens to people like that. I don't like to see that. However, I think that the thing which is the big difference between like Twitter and Facebook is like Twitter's response to the complaints on Facebook were like this small character limit. I don't think that anyone has really found a response to like the concerns that people have on YouTube and Twitch in an appropriate way. I think Fine had a way where people were like, yeah, I don't want to watch like hours and hours of YouTube content or video content. I just want to have like short little segments I can like buzz through, and that's kind of what TikTok does too. So they found a niche in there, but I think that
can we get a poll?
I don't think I have it set up.
Still have? Okay, fine.
So, but
go on.
But like, I think that Mixer was too similar to Twitch, with actually some disadvantages when it came to monetization and the overall user base. That like there wasn't this big of a distinction. Like, hey, are you dissatisfied with this thing on Twitch? Here is our solution. It was more like, hey, you like what Twitch is doing? We're doing it too. And yeah, that doesn't really go far.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Microsoft, what would I have done differently? How long has Mixer been out? It's been a few years.
Mixer was around since, I think, 2016, 2017. It started out as Beam, and Beam was like Mixer's like previous name, and like the idea of Beam was that it would have a faster response time than Twitch, so that if you were having like a conversation, like if you were having interactive stream,
Yeah.
like you would have very fast response times. And I think they also had some sort of interaction with chat where like if chat did something, they could control some actions in game. I'm not quite sure because I haven't used it, but I think that those were kind of like the things. And then Microsoft bought it. I'm gonna look it up, but yeah.
I would have built something. What's the name? Oh, I can't remember what the name of the game is. It's like that weird truck simulator thing. And it tells the developers whenever they go live, whenever someone is live streaming the game, and then the developers can do something to screw over your experience while you're Twitch streaming. Does that make sense? Do you remember what I'm talking about? So if anyone in chat knows what the fuck I'm talking about,
the time when like streamers were streaming and then like the developers in like were watching that stream and I'm fucking around with that stream in real time.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the game is. But
me neither, but yeah, I remember that.
Something to do with trucks, I'm sure. Anyway, but I think one thing that would have actually pioneered Mixer further forward is if they had turned around and actually developed some kind of easy to use library or API or something that would allow viewers of the stream to manipulate stuff in the host's game. Now, I'm not talking about like huge things. I'm talking about like relatively controlled things. Something like if enough people, like Minecraft, for example, if enough people say like lightning bolt or something, like a lightning bolt could hit close to wherever the player was, right?
That might be very tough. That might be very tough to like prepare though, because you would have to run that by every single game, and you would also have to have these developers like implement these things in the game for your platform for people simply to stream, not for people to enjoy. What like 99% of the people that will buy the game from the developer or play the game from the developer will not be streaming it. So it will just be for like a very very small feature for only on that platform where that would be useful. So I think that's gonna like be kind of hard to adopt that. But let's say, for example,
it depends on what you actually hook in. So like the lightning bolt in Minecraft already exists. It can hit a creeper and supercharge it, right? So if that already exists, then there shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just creeper, behind the person. There shouldn't be too much difficulty with this sort of thing, but it would go so far to be so different from Twitch. I know that there are games developers out there that won't hook into Twitch's API because it's so unsecure. Right? They haven't properly secured it. They don't care to. But if you were to do that, how much better PR would it be for the game if you could do that? Like, that would certainly pique my interest and go over to watch people play a game in Twitch. If I could go into there like, oh yeah, make that Pokemon run away, right? Turn that Pokemon into a shiny. Like, I've never seen a shiny Pokemon in the entirety I've ever played Pokemon, apart from the red Gyarados, right? Never seen one, ever, right? And I think that would be something to massively attract people over. Look at we were talking about it the other week. Epic Games Store, right? Epic Games Store has not been doing well at all because it doesn't offer half the stuff that Steam does, right? At all. And like half of the baseline functionality, it's crap, it's garbage, right? But they offer that amazing sale, and people just flood in. They do something that the competitor doesn't have time to react to, and people will take an interest in it.
I think like what you're saying with the Epic Games Store, like they just throw so much money at it with free games that people just flock to it. I think that like like two things that I can think of where it's like, hey, if you want to like create a niche that like you can have so both users as creators flock to. It's like
Yeah.
Twitch has had the DMCA strike on like music, and now everyone's scared of playing music on Twitch. What if Mixer created a platform where they would license music? I mean, this would be Sony. Sony, you should go ahead and do this, okay? Here's a free idea for like you want to become the biggest in the live stream platform. You own your Sony music label. How about you create a live stream platform where because you own the platform and you own your music label, everyone that streams on your platform can use the music from your label. So like they can use it because so they can play it on your stream and your songs can get popularized. People will buy them because they are associating that with the streamers that they watch. And that will allow people to play the songs that they hear on the radio. They can play them on your platform because and like they don't have to worry about like what they have to worry about on Twitch. And secondly, like the free stuff idea, like Twitch has like Amazon Prime free Prime with Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can get like a Prime thing. Well, how about you do like an Epic Games thing where like once every 2 months you get a free subscription to a creator, or let's say you have this thing where it's like, hey, ads support this, you have bits for ads on Twitch where like you can watch ads, you get bits. How about if you watch so many ads, you can get a free subscription to like a creator, so you can watch them like and you can support them monetarily, like something like that. I mean, like those are like certain niches where it's like, hey, how about you create your platform based on that, and that would be like a cool idea.
Wait, if you watch ads, you get bits.
Yeah, that only works in certain countries. So I've only had it work once to me in the United States, where like if you go to like the bits icon on Twitch, you can click on that, and then like it will say like buy get bits, and then it's also like watch an ad, and you can watch an ad, you can get like 5 bits for it, which is like 5 cents. But like if you do that enough, you can get a bunch of them, and like you can throw them to streamers. It's not a lot of money, but like hey, if you don't have money and you still want to throw it to your streamer, it's like a great way. YouTube doesn't have this at all. And like it would be great, like if I have a lot of time on my hands but I don't have a lot of money, that I could be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna like watch a couple of ads on this page, and then I have a free membership for this YouTuber. Like, that would be a great thing.
That's wow. I think that there's a lot of potential to be had with a lot of these platforms, and realistically, it's down to the platforms to think creatively, think outside of the box, not just limit their.
Well, there isn't much incentive because if you want to launch a new platform, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Epic Games were like, we're ready to make this investment. They had Fortnite, they had like Unreal Engine, they were paying big money, and I think they're still like probably making a loss on it. Who knows? But like they're paying a lot of money still on that store. So like it's not going to be profitable for years, especially if you're launching a completely new platform. So for like a new competitor to step in, for Sony to step in, they're going to be prepared to make these losses. Now, YouTube or like the established players like YouTube and Twitch, they don't have this motivation to innovate, because whether they do or not doesn't matter, because they're still like they're gonna be the only place. So like if they're gonna choose to go ahead with this or not, like why would they if they're still gonna be the biggest one around? It's like that's the really tough thing with like the little competitors that there are in their respective spaces. That like it's kind of like it's like there isn't this drive to innovate as much as there would be if a new player were to come around. Now, what I kind of would like to like also bring up for a brief second is now, of course, Ninja and like the big streamers that just had like $1 million contracts, multi-million-dollar contracts that now all of a sudden are free agents again and can go back to Twitch. For them, it's probably a pretty sweet deal. Like they just went off Twitch for like a year, got paid a bunch, and can go back if they want to again. But how about like all the people that followed in Ninja's footsteps that like got to Mixer, built like a small little community there, and now all of a sudden it was being said, well, this platform's going to go away. You choose what you want to do.
This is why I feel it's important for content creators, actually pretty much any business, to not put your eggs all in one basket, right? It's not helped when companies like YouTube, like Twitch, turn around and say you have to only stream on our platform. But as you said, what happens if an account gets banned? right? Look at Shy. Look at Quiet Shy, right? Years ago, when her original YouTube account was banned,
Mm-hmm.
right? She had to rekindle her community, luckily still on YouTube, to you know, get back to the way she was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, what if the algorithm back then was as bad as it is now? What if people couldn't find her again?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What if, it's like, what do you do then? And it's so much worse when the entire platform disappears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's ever a concern for YouTube to just go away, because I think Google would rather just continue to hemorrhage money into it to make sure that it's still there. But like, I honestly, I feel for these people.
It's
What
it's
the fuck can you do?
it's a tough thing because as much as I say yes, you gotta watch like you gotta spread your eggs in multiple baskets because you can never
Yeah.
trust like one platform to not fuck up for you. If you want to start out and grow, I would not recommend that you start your YouTube channel, Twitch channel, uh, OnlyFans, Instagram Live, TikTok, and whatever Facebook gaming at the same time because you're not gonna have like the time and the mental capacity to do that. Like what you want to do is you want to focus on one thing and do that one thing very right. And I think that if you want to grow, like YouTube is still the better place to grow compared to Twitch. Maybe Facebook, but I haven't touched that in a long time. But the thing is, like, it's really tough. Like, if you want to grow, if you want to grow somewhere, you want to like go somewhere accurate and go somewhere deep, and so that you can grow there and like you can grow bigger there and then spread yourself out. Because it's a lot harder to start something up from brand new and do that multiple times than it is to start up one thing from brand new, get somewhat success of it, and then let it spread out to multiple platforms. In that sense of, hey, I mean, you see it right now with like big creators, but most subscribers, if they create like a new Instagram page and they don't post anything, they'll have like 90,000 followers on there. But even for me, with like, I'm not that big as a creator, but still, like, if I've created like an Instagram where I better do something with that, I got 70 people following me there. Now, I could not get 70 people following me on an Instagram if I just started it out today, and started a YouTube today, and started Twitch today, and started this thing today. Like, it's gonna be really, really hard to grow that. Now, there may be a different, like, you may believe in a different tactic, but I think that, like, generally, it's really tough. Like, if you want to become a streamer, it's better it's definitely at the start to like focus on getting better at getting better at streaming, and then like once your stream is up to like, okay, I'm kind of happy with this, then be like, okay, maybe I can like take clips, maybe I can go and like do something with Twitter, maybe I can do something with this. But like you got to stay focused on the thing which is what you want to do, which is what you are. Because like if you're a Twitch streamer, but like 90% of your time you're doing different shit, like you're not a Twitch streamer, like you're doing different shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it's difficult. I can't easily put myself in that basket because, or that mindset, because so many people, they see it differently than I do.
In what sense do they see it different?
Well, I don't live it to the same extent that either yourself or Joey or Zandy or Hydroxate do. Actually, not Hydroxate, but like the thing is, I have like a full-time job,
Mm-hmm.
right? I have the safety net to make sure that shit isn't hitting the proverbial fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other content creators who this is their main income don't have that security. I remember seeing Shy's, like this was months ago. I remember seeing Shy's Patreon, and it was like 4,000 a month, and then like I saw it like a couple of months later, and it was 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no form of security with the income, and that is something that like really scares me. So all of a sudden, if that Mixer community was the thing that was paying your rent, and then all of a sudden Mixer just went away,
Yeah.
how petrifying would that be?
Yeah, you're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be really fucked, especially in this time. It's really bad, and that's why, like, I would recommend do as I say, as I do, to like only make sure you become dependent on this.
Yeah.
Once like you have a significant buffer and like you're like, hey, you know, I have something which can carry me X amount of months if I would not get any revenue, and like I'm making this much overhead, so like I'm earning way more than I can spend or that I plan to spend, so like I'm saving at the same time. Now
Yeah.
one thing that I was recently thinking about, and this actually comes down to like the starting up thing and why starting out is so hard. I've been thinking about like especially what you said when it comes to like, yeah, I mean, I have a full-time job. Generally when you have a full-time job, like you train for that, like you go to school, you educate yourself for that. Most of the time when people start out on YouTube or Twitter or like any of the, like, I mean, YouTube and Twitch, actually, I mean, I have to say YouTube and Twitch, like most people are brand new to this. Like this is an amateur platform, which is also what makes it great, because like people start out and like they can be very, very genuine in their interactions and very genuine in, like, the way that they come over, and like you can see them grow. However, that means that most people, I'm not saying everyone, but most people when they start out are complete novices in what they do. So they start out being a complete novice in what they do and then grow to a certain level of professionalism. Now that is very contrary to what most jobs or most traditional jobs were like, because for most traditional jobs you have to have certain requirements. You gotta be of a certain level of professionalism until people start paying you out. So on the one hand, it's like, yeah, it really kind of sucks when you start out that you're not getting paid for your videos or for your streams, and that you're not that you don't get the same exposure within the algorithm as like the more established YouTubers or creators. But at the same time, like, you wouldn't get that as a novice in any other field. And I guess that's also something, like, I don't know what to make out of that, but it seems to be something which I've never really considered as much, because when I started, like, I kind of had that cockiness around me. So like, oh yeah, I can make videos, I can do this just fine, which I needed in order to like get me over the edge of like making videos. But like they weren't fine. They were like very stupid, silly first videos, and I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's much more I can say on the matter.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I do hope for the best for these individuals. I hope that they're able to land back on their feet relatively quickly. And I hope that they're able to continue their lives as seamlessly as possible. And in all honesty, fuck Microsoft for not even giving anyone any warning. You know?
Yeah.
Just to turn up one day, gonna start, your job's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I mean, like that's kind of like the reality we live in. Like, you have that with YouTube channels too, where the YouTube channel will just be blocked or deleted, say with Twitch, and like your entire job will just be gone, copy strike or something. But yeah, what I wanted to say something. There was something I wanted to say. God dang it! Fuck. I had it in my mind. Oh, okay, yeah. Here, let's say that you were streaming, okay, on Mixer,
yep.
and you had the option right now, Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook gaming. Where would you go to live stream?
If I was gonna be purely honest, right, and I wasn't affiliated with any one of them,
Yeah, you started out a Mixer. You were just building up your Mixer community.
So
Now, boom, it's
brand
gone.
new, fresh, right?
Yeah, well, with your background,
I would stream to all three platforms and see which one people bite onto. Does that make sense?
I can see that. I would personally say Twitch, because like I'm not a big fan of Facebook, and like Twitch is the easiest to make money. And if I already have a background in streaming, then most likely like my audience will be able to like follow me over on Twitch, and then because it's a very similar concept, and if I get over 50 followers, I can get paid with ads and whoever decides to subscribe. So I think that like that's where I would go for. I'm really curious to see who goes to Facebook, because Facebook has been this weird thing where sometimes people get paid a lot of money, sometimes people get paid nothing, sometimes people get big following, sometimes people get nothing. But like I am like Facebook is just not my platform. I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. So yeah,
Don't blame me.
let's go take a look. Were there any more questions? I don't think there were any questions on the YouTube videos. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in chat for any of us right here. Let us know if you have any questions. Today was just a one-topic FrameCast because there wasn't a lot going on. It wasn't crazy drama, and I don't think that the FrameCast is necessarily the place where we want to cover drama. There are many other sources that do that, but we don't really busy ourselves with internet drama. It's kind of boring sometimes and not really tasteful.
Indeed.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the Twitch chat below, or leave them in the YouTube comments if you, or whatever, just tweet them at us or Discord them at us if you're listening to this not live. So we can include them for next time. If there's no questions, then we will probably shut off for next week.
Yup.
Okay. Excuse me. But I don't think that there is anything there. Well, not inside me, and they're not inside the chat about questions. So I think we're going to close off, don't you?
Yeah, cool.
All right. Do you want to do honors? Should I do it?
Cool. So, shit, what do we normally say?
Thank you guys so much for watching episode 47 of the FrameCast. Mixer goes down for the Zucc. And we haven't been talking much about the Zucc, but we've been talking about this platform a little bit. Frame, the Facebook. If the Zucc wants to buy the FrameCast, you can buy it for $100 million. We'd happily stream on Facebook. We'd be kind of like, hey, Facebook is a bit okay, because for $100 million, we can buy something. Anyway, we've been talking like this. This was a fun one, was a short one. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you around next week. Hopefully it's going to be less warm. Hopefully there's going to be more cool things, fun things going on that we can talk about. And yeah, we're approaching ever closer to that FrameCast at number 50, which is going to be happening in 3 weeks' time. We're going to have to see like how that's going to work out, because we also might have a summer break coming on, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. You have been listening to your boy Xenogellion right here. Check him out over on youtube.com/Xenogellion. And if you want to support us Patreon, we go out to patreon.com/Xenogellion. And if you want to see this live tomorrow, or right now, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, if you want to see this like re-recorded, if you want to see this re-recorded, you can like watch it on youtube.com/PostmaLoneGames, or if you want to watch it live on twitch.tv/Michel Postma. Unless we get bought up by whatever, I don't know, Facebook 2, that one's going to be Facebook 2/Michel Postma. But so long, Twitch is still around, so we'll hope to see you next week, same time, same place.